Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Natasha, and before we get into why I'm in here, if you're new here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. You're giving me hope. You're literally giving me hope. I'm riding on that. That's the backbone of all of this. Anyways, I've always seen people create content while in a car. I've always admired that. And it's like, you know what? Why shouldn't I just recreate this? Like, oh, I never knew this was here. Damn. Wait, I did. I didn't know how good it looked at this hour. I've seen this Mazulu. Let's get into the nitty gritties of this YouTube video. I was starting this series known as Digital Diaries, where I come here and do a diary entry, a visual diary entry, or like visual digital journaling. But instead of writing it down and keeping it away from everybody, I want to make it public. This car is hot. I need to open the windows. Sorry. Yeah, guys, I'm just here to talk about growth, 20s, being in 20s. Actually, I'm gonna get 20, but just adulting in general. My personal perspective, opinion on adulting. I shouldn't lie. It's an exciting thing that yes, I'm growing up. But on the other hand, uncertainty is also threatening. Much as mystery is fun and it keeps you going, but the uncertainty could be one day everything I've worked for will just go into shambles that I'm even working for. But like one day everything could fail, or one day everything would work out, and we just work on this possibility of what if it goes well, so therefore we should try. Why am I taking this argument? I find it scary that I'm adulting. I'm gonna turn 20 on the 11th of April. It's a month from now. This is March. A full month. This is 2 months from now. And seeing where we're now, you're in the 20s, you're supposed to have something going on. You're supposed to have, when I say something, I mean an income stream. You're supposed to have income streams from what I've seen, or be in a projection of showing that you are going to have an income stream, because you can't fully rely on employment when you look at our economy. It's not a reliable projection. If you're hoping for employment, damn, you are very optimistic. I would like to say delusional optimism, but I respect your optimism. I'm not fully rooting for employment. In as much as yes, I would love to be employed. Not really though, but the idea of employment isn't very attractive, isn't sexy, it doesn't fit my character. But you never know what God has planned for you. But all I can say is that I don't want to be employed. I want to be employed, but then I don't want to be employed for a long time. I want to be self-employed and have the financial and location freedom, where I can just, today I feel like Dubai and just leave for Dubai, or I'll be like, I want to have my summer in Ibiza and then leave for Ibiza, or I feel like having breakfast in Paris, some croissant and tea or coffee. I don't like coffee. So obviously, I'm not opting for coffee. I drink coffee because, where did I get this from? Bro, I found it in the car. Going back to the issue of adulting, as I was saying, you're supposed to have something going on. It's just supposed to show that you're going to be able to stand on your own, and you never know where this world will take you. You might lose your parents, you might lose your trust funds. You just have to know, if I do fall from here, am I going to be able to land standing up, or am I just going to fall on my tummy? And even if you do fall on your tummy, are you going to be able to get up? What matters is what you do when you fail. I actually have a tough time coping with failure. Let me tell you an example. Last semester, last academic year, I had 2 supplementary exams. Both were math supplementary exams. One was college algebra, the other one was calculus. And I had a tutor who was teaching me calculus, and I still failed. Very disappointing, making me question my intelligence. And then I came for subs because I got a 48 by 46 out of 100. So I came here, I went to school, wrote my supplementaries, and then I failed my college algebra. I genuinely think I passed, but it is what it is. I didn't go for remark because I didn't know that existed. I had a carryover. Because when I tell you, it was tough. It was tough. Like accepting the fact that I had a carryover. My pride, my whole self-identity was crumbling because it didn't make sense. Like, what do you mean you're smart and now you have a carryover? It doesn't make sense. I never talked about it. I rarely talked about it. I was only talking about it when people clocked it that, oh, you're still taking math. And I'll be like, oh yeah, because I have a carryover. But then, genuinely, in Abasi, you're talking about my carryover. Oh, no. I know I only had this conversation with one person because I'm not even going to explain why I had this conversation with this person. But it's just, it was a questioning moment where I started questioning myself. Like, am I really who I really think I am? And eventually, I wrote my carryover. I wasn't attending the classes because I was ashamed. Shame! I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. And I just don't want to go there. The first time I went to class, there was no class. The second time I tried, the class was cancelled. I was like, I'm done with this. My friend got asked her friend to tutor me during the time. Tutoring me. And then I also had a friend of mine who was also tutoring me with college algebra. So actually ironic that I went to write. I had a carryover for algebra instead of calculus because it would make sense if I had a carryover for calculus, but it was for college algebra. And then I wrote it, and I was actually so scared of checking my results. I checking my portal because I was like, if I fail, I just don't know, because that was like the worst case scenario, and that was what I was scared of. So I go to check my portal, it wasn't working. And eventually it started working after I emailed them that my portal is not working, here's a proof of payment and whatever. I checked my results, turned out that I passed. Now I can talk about it because I'm out of the failure. If I was still within the failing thing, yeah, I wouldn't have talked about it. But essentially, moral of the story is that was a life-defining event that taught me that sometimes life is going to question you and question your perception and how you view yourself, and you just need to stand your ground. If you view yourself in a certain way, that say you view yourself as a fashion icon, and then one day you're being trolled for the worst dressed person in the country, it's going to be up to you to follow that perception, that narrative, or go for what you think that is you're a fashion icon. What I'm trying to push here is that stand true to yourself and how you see yourself. Make tweaks where necessary, but don't be too hard on yourself too. I need to be paid for existing, that type of thing. And there's so much pressure. Internally, that is, because I don't think I can have as much pressure as a male in this patriarchy. Because as a guy, you're supposed to have things going on long gone, gali. By the time you're turning 20, you're supposed to have your whole projection of your future. That's what I've seen from the way I see things, obviously. You're supposed to have your life planned ahead of you, because at the end of the day, the society expects you to be the provider. If you don't have any of that going on, it's quite depressing, I think. And like for females, personally for me, there's no pressure for me to earn money, because I don't even think these people are going to let me move out by the time I'm ready to move out. But I have a plan B for that. If they resist, I have a plan B, and I'm not going to talk about it because I'm monitoring speeds. Who's that, guys? Who's that? I talk about my stuff when I've succeeded or when I failed. We tried this, it worked. Oh, look! I got this amount of money, or this amount of subscribers. I will not tell you the plan. I'll tell you the results. If I do tell you the plan, then that means I trust you and I need your perspective. Otherwise, monitoring space are real. Even your friends, your ops, you know them, they know you. Maybe you're even one. You never know if you're a weapon. Sometimes. So as I was saying on the different perspectives, I think it's quite biased, but it is what it is. Now I start thinking about that, oh my gosh, I need to have my financial life going on, and there's a lot. I want to do a lot. Now I have to make life decisions. What is? I don't think I can even afford not to be intentional with everything I'm doing, because these are my experimental years. I'm entering my experimental years. I'm entering my second decade on this earth. And you think I'm just gonna be putting on my life, my presence, my energy? Jokes. Because now my time is ticking. I might die at 25 or at 20, but I want good heat. By the time I'm dying, I have to have something. I have to build a legacy that when I die, I'll be like, Tasha stood for this, or Tasha did this. Be historical, ironic. It'd be like that song.
I said I want something big. I want something that says I'm here. Beyonce.
Just be my own thing that when you just say Tasha, NATASHAAAAA, Abidi, aesthetically pleasing, like my signature style, iconic thing that generates money for me, essentially. No, actually, I think I've overemphasized on financial stability, mental health. Because who knew that growing up would be so stressful? It's so stressful. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like it. So stressful. I remember I was at church last week. I was trying all these new stuff because nothing was working. Nothing was working that day. Now my church, I want to break down, like I just want to cry, because like, what do you mean none of this is working? I'm trying new things, and it's just going shukuru. You know, like, what's going on? And then, actually, how did I get here? How did I get to talking about my ills? I just lost my train of thought. Mental health. But then now I'm learning how to navigate around stress, because stress will always be there. What matters is how you function around it. It shouldn't be a defining event that affects your functionality. It has to be something that it's like a small stop. Like, then you move on. Carry on. And I'm learning how to do that. That's another thing I don't like about adulting. The mental part. Essentially what I've known is that all I want at the end of the day is to create experiences. Because money would divide you. Things would die. Will always stay with me is my memories. Unless I get a neurological problem that eats away my memories, like a virus in a computer. Otherwise, all I have is me and what's in my head. Now I'm just investing on what's going into my head. Like reading. I want to go out more. I want to travel. I even have a trip advisor in my phone. Guys, know I'm going to plan a trip with no money. And then the man will find me. Yeah. Actually, Moses is a fusa. Right now, when you look into the mirror, check your bank balance and look at yourself again. Is it matching? Huh? You and your bank balance. For me, it's not matching. Oh yeah, guys, this is my first diary entry of me ranting and talking about adulting and how I don't like it and my other problems in this life. I hope to see you later on another episode. It may not be this one, it may be another thing like a vlog, but either way, I look forward to hosting you on my next YouTube video and see where YouTube takes us. These are my experimental years. I'm going to try everything that leverages over my good traits. Whatever it takes for me to be the best version of myself. And if it doesn't serve me, we'll find out. If it does serve me, we'll find out. I love wins. W's in the shot. This is my alter ego. Anita Maxwell. Anyways, guys, this was fun. See you later. Thank you for hopping. Bye. Come on.